Hello, everybody. Jeff Gadick here from Leisure Group Travel, and I am delighted to be with Lenny Niemeyer from the Branson Lakes Chamber of Commerce Convention Visitors Bureau. Lenny, how you doing today?
I am doing great, Jeff. How are
Oh, I'm
you?
doing fantastic. It's wonderful to see you again, my special friend that I share a birthday with.
Yes,
That
we
we
birthday buddies. I love that. I love that.
we're able to communicate at least once a year if we don't see each other at shows. So, Lenny, like many other places that I've talked to recently, I understand that there's a real positive vibe going on in Branson. Can you talk a little bit about some of the things you're seeing or that are on the horizon in Branson before we get this thing going, just as far as the tourist activity?
Well, I think probably what I want everyone to know first and foremost is when you're ready to travel, Branson, Missouri is open, and we're so excited. We are, participating in safety measures as it relates to mask and social distancing. However, what's really great is, infection rates are going down, vaccine rates are going up, and we are seeing more traffic on Highway 76. So we're pretty excited about that. People are ready to get out, Jeff.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're definitely sensing that, and I'm so excited to see that you guys are on that trail to recovery. There's so many fun
Yes, we are.
activities going on in Branson, which I'm excited to cover. So let me go ahead and switch over to the presentation port of our conversation today. All right, so first and foremost, Lenny, I got to tell you that having done some research on this prior to our conversation, you guys are really knocking it out of the park with all these accolades of, first tier magazines like Forbes listed you guys as one of the 10 best places in America to travel right now and avoid the pandemic. There
Yes.
was a piece in Photos that was, back in 2019. Now, I've been to Branson over the holidays, but they labeled you guys 12 most bonkers light displays in the US for 2019. TripAdvisor is one of the best US destinations. You guys are in the top 20, I think it's 9 years in a row now.
Yeah, it sure is.
Yep. Number one amusement park in the land from 10 Best USA Today, and one of the most magical Christmas towns and villages across the world from Oprah Magazine. So you guys are really, really on target with your press outreach and communicating what you have to offer in Branson.
We've got an amazing director of communications, Lynn Berry. She knows everybody, knows all the right people, and knows to get out the good word about Branson. And, I'm particularly excited that Oprah thinks we're fabulous. So, whatever Oprah thinks, that's pretty much what people follow. So we're excited. We're excited about all that. And really an accolade is, I know all these things about Branson, but it's so great when other organizations tell the world what there is to see and do. So it's exciting.
Yeah, you've been shouting it for so many years. It's great to have Oprah telling your story. Oprah had her book club that she was doing. I've got Traveling Tribes out there. I've been calling and calling her to try to get her to add my book to her recommendation list because I think I could go through all these copies I have here, but I haven't quite heard that back. So if Lynn's got an inside connection to Oprah, please send her my way.
Tenacity pays off, buddy. Don't give up, okay?
Okay. All right. So the first thing I wanted to talk about as we sort of go into the presentation portion, obviously you guys are first tier group travel destination. A lot of people know where Branson is, but for those folks that are maybe joining us from outside the area, haven't been there for a while, let's talk about location, ease of getting to airports, buses, things along those lines.
Sure, sure. Well, first of all, I want people to know is Branson, Missouri is within a day's drive of 1/3 of the U.S. population. So when we know that not everyone is ready to get on a plane, but they're ready to get in their car or even a motor coach, and I'm seeing them. I'm seeing motor coaches in Branson this year, and it's very exciting. But again, from major cities and major destinations, we're such a short drive. So it's easy to get here, whether it's a group, a family, or whatever, as far as transportation getting to Branson.
Yeah, that's awesome. 1/3 of the population within a day's drive. So that's certainly
Yeah, yeah.
they're looking for that. Where can I get on a tank or so of gas? So, like all these conversations start, Lenny, is, during this time period where people have been really shut down, haven't been operating tours. We know that you guys continue that engine of building new tourism infrastructure and new product. Give the audience just a sense of some of the new things that you guys have got coming up.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Aquarium at the Boardwalk. It opened in November of 2020. You know that crazy year we had last year? Well, we had all these amazing attractions open up. And listen, I got to tell you, Jim, toward the end of the year, every hotel in Branson was sold out over the weekend. Now, again, we didn't see as much traffic during the week, but the weekends and the aquarium was sold out practically every day after they opened up to the end of the year. Now, Wonderworks opened in March of last year, you know, just about the time that things shut down, but they really hung in there and they really saw their business grow toward the end of the year. We're so excited and so proud to have these world-class new attractions here. Aquarium
Good.
at the Boardwalk. And Aquarium at the Boardwalk is where the old Grand Palace was, the old Grand Palace Theater, where I was the director of sales in the early 90s there. So obviously I have a lot of history in this town, but it's a fabulous new attraction. I've been there several times and it really is a must see. Of course, the Wonderworks as well. So
Sure. So WonderWorks, I guess, doing some research on this, they've got some specific STEM programming. So it's exciting to see them really gravitate towards student groups and trying to give them some direction. There's some tie-in to potential STEM careers. So really cool stuff. So another thing I
yeah,
understand, Fritz's Adventure. Now, is that a new attraction or is that existing where they've done some addition to their activities?
it's a brand new facility that was built just a couple of years ago, but they continue to add on to it, add new, it's very much, you know, an interactive with the zip lines and crawl walls and, you know, jumping, you know, off the ceiling down on these big long ropes. And oh my goodness, I've been there a couple of times. I actually took my grandson there one time and he wore me out, but it's a great place for student groups, for families. You know, for one ticket, you can be there for several hours. They also have a new restaurant there where you can actually plan a meal there. They actually have a private room upstairs too, Jeff, where you can do like a pizza party and, you know, bring in special entertainment or special prizes or whatever. It's a really neat facility.
Good, good. And again, great to see them reinvesting in the product and developing new sites. Now, kind of switching gears to what so many groups come into Branson for, which is the fabulous variety of shows that you have. Talk a little bit about what your pipeline is coming up this year, some of the old favorites as well as what's new.
Well, I have to begin, and every time I talk about it, I get the biggest chills. You know, I love to tell people that Jesus is coming to Branson in 2021, okay? We can all use a little Jesus in 2021, okay? I went to see that show last Friday. It debuted. Seriously, I get chills when I think about it. Some of the most, of course, we all know the story pretty much, but some of the most amazing special effects I've ever seen in my entire life. It just blew me away, Jeff. You know, regardless, you know, of your beliefs, it's a show you must see when you come to Branson, Missouri. It's very uplifting, very inspirational, very amazing, such a quality production. Yeah, Sight and Sound, they opened in Branson 15 years ago, and every year they try to, you know, outdo themselves from the previous year. So yeah, it's an amazing theater production. Very, very proud of it. Hey Goods are back for their 30th. I want to say it's their 30th season. It's crowd. You know, I remember the Hey Goods when they were all little kids out at Silver Dollar City, you know, 30 years ago. Seriously, but they have one of the most amazing, energetic shows. And again, these are shows that are great for all ages. Obviously, Hey Goods appeal definitely to the student market and the youth group. And students can actually be a pre-show in the Hey Goods show. Cool. So they can come in and meet the family, kind of experience all of what happens backstage and actually be a pre-show. It's pretty exciting. I've had several student groups take advantage of that. And then we have Clay Cooper. Clay Cooper, oh my God, he's such a mainstay in Branson. He has such an amazing variety show, comedy, country, rock, really just about everything. And his cast is very, very talented. And then of course, we've got the amazing acrobats of Shanghai at the Mickey Gilley Shanghai Theater. And, you know, those are, you know, some new productions along with some repeat productions, but I like to tell people if you've never seen the show before, it's new to you. So absolutely. It's definitely, you know, yeah, we continue to be a destination that people want to come and see live shows.
So what about over at King's Castle Theater, Lenny?
Oh my gosh, King's Castle Theater. They have got two new shows this year, are absolutely must-sees. The one, it just opened up late last year, Jeff. It's called Anthems of Rock. Anthems of Rock. And it's music, rock and roll music from the 70s. It is really, really great. And then the Dancing Queen. Now, the Dancing Queen, you might think it's just music from ABBA, but it's not. It's music from the 80s. So we've got Anthems of Rock, and again, all the great rock stars that, Elton John and Moody Blues, and I know I'm not naming them all, but again, Anthems of Rock, such a great, great show.
Cool.
And it's so different from the kind of music shows that people are used to seeing in Branson, because it is really, really rock and roll.
Well, it's cool because you guys are just moving along with the times. It's not the swing era, it's not the 50s, even the 60s. We're contemporizing the entertainment to appeal towards the audience that is seeking those sort of things. So just a great way to shift along with your customers.
I mean, if you like live music and live entertainment, we truly have something for everybody. And another show that I absolutely love is the Petersons Family. It's three sisters and a brother and the mom, and they play at the IMAX theater. And these kids are so talented. And, people are like, I don't know about bluegrass. Listen, they play bluegrass like nobody's business. And it's definitely something you need to hear and see. As a matter of fact, Ellen, you can see Ellen Peterson married Michael Haygood of the Haygood family. So there's a musical family right there. But she's got a rendition of Jolene that's on YouTube that is absolutely amazing. It's a must-see.
Well, when those offspring come out, that's going to be the next generation of entertainers in Branson. What I love about the entertainment product there is that it's always fresh, it's always new. You guys are reinventing yourselves. So whether you've never been there before or you've been there 100 times, you're going to see something new. And like I said, even if it's been around for decades, if you haven't seen it, it's going to be new to you.
It really is. And, we're so fortunate that we continue to grow with new businesses, new attractions, new hotels, new announcements all the time. And it's really amazing, and I love to share this with folks too. And people don't realize this, we've got about 11,000 people in the city limits of Branson, but we host about 8 million visitors a year. So, we're this small little town, with these big city amenities and attractions. So it really is, not too many places like this, for sure.
Yeah, I would imagine most people there are connected to the tourism business in one way or the other. Getting away from the theaters and indoor entertainment, obviously the beautiful scenery around surrounding Branson. Talk a little bit about some of the outdoor options, what Johnny Morris been up to.
Well, and you know what? Whatever Johnny Morris touches, it turns to gold. This man is so amazing. We're so really very fortunate to have him. The mothership of Bass Pros are in Springfield, Missouri, about 40 minutes north of Branson. A lot of people, some know it, some don't know it. And that's where he's got what is a wildlife museum and aquarium. But he also has this amazing property here south of Branson, about 10 minutes in Ridgedale, Missouri, actually. And he's got Big Cedar Lodge. He's got Top of the Rock with restaurants, and it's the Lost Canyon of the Ozarks, where you rent a golf cart and you go through this cave and all through this canyon. You actually go through a cave where you stop and there's a little bar where you can order a beer or a cocktail if you want to. It's really, really fun.
Is that self-guided? You're actually on your own golf cart, or are you on an organized tour doing that?
It's very much self-guided, but there's only one road and the road is pretty skinny. So, you're not going to really veer off and, too much, or you might not end in such a good place, but no, it's absolutely amazing. And he also has Dogwood Canyon. Oh, I love Dogwood Canyon so much. It's this beautiful conservation park. It's a 2-hour tram. It's fishing and biking and rent horses, and they've got this fabulous restaurant, and it's just amazing. It really, really is. Dogwood Canyon.
Yeah, the one thing too I wanted to tip in as far as the complex there at Big Cedar is just the world-class golf that they've developed. There's a Legends PGA tournament event that's at the Jack Nicklaus signature course. Tiger Woods, of course, designed Payne Stewart tribute course, so those that are familiar with golf. So if you have any golfers in the group, these are those sort of once-in-a-lifetime experiences to kind of peel away from the regular group and get in some just spectacular mountain golf.
It really is. That is the first course that Tiger Woods has ever designed. So we feel very, very special that he chose our area. And, you know, he and Johnny Morris are good friends.
Hmm.
About 20 years ago, Tiger Woods bought a boat. And when Johnny Morris found out who was buying that boat, he decided to deliver it personally. So they grew a friendship and they've been friends ever since. So we're really lucky to have that relationship between them.
Very nice. Tell me a little bit about what's going on at Branson Landing. That's a popular tourist activity. I understand there's some new things going on there as well as some, old favorites that groups like.
Oh, I love the Branson Landing. You know, again, 20 some restaurants, 100 shops, all built on the 26 miles of the shoreline of Lake Taneycomo. Paula Dean's restaurant opened there a couple of years ago. Guy Ferretti's kitchen opened there toward the end of last year. Fabulous new restaurant. And to be sociable, you can go and have great appetizers or a meal and go bowling. That's really fun. They also have the Treasure Hunt Museum, which is, and that's the thing about the Branson Landing. It continues to evolve and grow. You know, obviously the anchors are Bass Pros on one end of the Branson Landing, and then we've got Belk on the other. And it just continues to grow and evolve. Wonderful restaurants, shopping, and lots more. There's an arcade city there. The number of attractions that are opening up at the landing is pretty exciting. So it really is a dining, shopping, entertainment destination, you can include for the whole day of activities.
Very, very cool. So you mentioned Guy Fieri's new restaurant opening up. Can you talk maybe about some of the other restaurants, dining options that may be either new or some favorites that you've liked over the years?
Well, Cantina Laredo is certainly a favorite one. Garfield's, Land Shark, the
Okay.
Land Shark restaurant. Yeah, it's a Jimmy Buffett restaurant. And so those are some of the, but again, little ice cream shops and sandwich shops. But again, Black Oak Grill is another fabulous restaurant. I usually try to include that. There's Joe's Crab Shack, obviously some nationally known chains, but certainly some that are just unique to our area.
Cool.
Heroes Taps and Tastes. They're going to have 25 different beers on tap. And the theme is going to be about heroes, and not just national heroes, but local heroes. And through the things that we've been through this last year, I mean, first responders and doctors and nurses are all heroes as far as we're concerned. So I think it's going to have such a beautiful theme, but it's going to be some great food and some great brews for sure.
Awesome. Well, I'll look forward to catching that next time I'm in town and make sure that I can get an Uber or I'll be on the bus to get me back to the hotel room. So sampling a few of those alcoholic beverages. Lenny, hotel accommodations in town. You guys probably are continuing to roll along over there. Anything on the horizon or pretty stable hotel base as far as what you've seen?
I think that there are businesses that continue to look for new lodging opportunities. Nothing confirmed. But we still have the great Hiltons and the Radisson and the Comfort Inns. We still have a lot of those very comfort hotels for families and groups. But again, I'll definitely keep you posted because again, it's a new day in Branson every day with new announcements coming up. There is a new development in Hollister with an indoor water park, and I'll share some more details with you later on that. Plus, Johnny Morris ended up buying that La Quinta over there. Hollister is just on the other side of Branson, and he called it the Anglers Inn. So again, even the existing hotels are being, bought out and refurbished or rethemed for, a new owner. So yeah, we continue to offer great lodging properties for groups, families, individuals. Meeting space obviously is very important in our convention center. So yeah, we've got it. We've got it here, Jeff.
Yes, you do. So I've got your contact information up on the screen, phone number, email. How do you prefer to be contacted normally if somebody's got questions about bringing groups to Branson, they need more information, maybe a little help with itinerary planning? What's your preferred way?
You know what? I prefer with the client. If the client wants to call me, I love to talk on the phone, and I'm usually on the phone all day. Email is fine too. I also have on our website at explorebranson.com under the group section, you can go there, Jeff, and you can request my 2021 group sales kit. It includes a current vacation guide, a group tour and reunion planner, and some other really great information. Because again, I will be sending out literature to anyone who reaches out and lets me know. Also, I've got a FAM in April 27th through the 30th, and one June 1st through the 4th. So if there's any travel agents, tour operators who are looking to get to Branson, go check it out on my website.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, Lenny, really appreciate the enthusiasm for the destination. Great update on what's happening on the ground over there. Can't wait to get myself back to Branson.
Dan, thank you so much for this opportunity. I really appreciate it.